Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
And it's time for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit, and back joining us in the studio because we're all live. We're back at work. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Angela.
Yes.
I heard you cried last night.
I did.
She didn't want to come to work. Did you enjoy your break?
Yes, I did. That's why I was crying. It was just so nice. I did everything that I had planned to do.
I didn't do half the stuff I planned to do.
I knitted. I watched Netflix. I enjoyed my time.
I think the best I got out of it was that I was able to sleep in.
Yeah, me too.
And by sleep in, I'm talking about wake up at 9 a.m. And so, not really, but I had I think one day where I didn't do anything.
I think I spent the first 2 days just sleeping. 18 hours of sleep and then 6 hours of knitting.
I mean, I had a couple of wine outings, and that's all that's why I don't remember. But a lot of what I don't remember was through my wine meetings. But anyways, what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, you mentioned it. Today's Hangul Day, Hangul 날. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that. But
Yes.
quick question. When did you learn Korean?
When I was actually very young. I was a very fast talker.
In Korean?
Yeah. I mean, I was born here. I talked very fast, apparently. But I learned to read when I was around 2.
Really?
Yes.
That is very fast.
Yeah, not like a book, but I could read basic.
the Kanadara.
Yeah, and then I think I completely learned everything by the time I was 5, I think.
And did you remember all of this when you went to the States?
No. No. So that went all out, right? So I knew the basics, but what about you?
Well, you know how kids in the States, they all go to Hangul 학교.
Yes.
Yes, it's like a rule. We all go to Hangul 학교. That's where I learned. But I think I really learned when I came back to Korea, when I was around 10.
That's so crazy, though. Because, when me, you could hear the hint of, oh, he's a kyopo,
Yeah.
right? You could, you could hear it sometimes.
Yeah.
Angela, you can't hear that.
Yeah, that's the thing. You say you can't hear it, but when I go out and talk to people, sometimes people ask me if I'm a kyopo, and I'm like, seriously?
Really? I did never get that.
Yeah.
So anyways, Hangul is kind of like the birthday of the Korean alphabet?
Yes, exactly. So, though, to be technical, it's not the day Hangul was invented.
No.
Yes, it's the day it was proclaimed to the public in 1446. So October 9th marks that moment, and that's why we celebrate it as Hangul Day.
Okay, so tell me more about the creator of Hangul. We're talking
Yes.
about King Sejong. Why did he create Hangul in the first place?
So before there was Hangul, Koreans had to rely on classical Chinese to write. And, can imagine it was a nightmare for commoners.
Yep.
You had to learn thousands of characters. And, even that's when the language structure didn't even match Korean.
Yes.
So King Sejong saw how unfair this was. And he wanted a simple, logical alphabet so that even common people could read and write. And so he even famously said his goal was to help the people.
Yeah, he did a lot of the things for the people.
Yes.
He was truly the first people's champion. And that's how we got Hangul.
Right, yeah. And in fact, in Korean high schools, we all learn the text where Sejong states why he made Hangul. Most kids memorize it, and it's very fun to learn because Hangul in its earlier sound and looked very different from now.
Yes.
So I prepared the text.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, so can you read it?
나랏 말
쌈이.
쌈이
So
중
중기게 달아.
중기에 달아.
문자와로 서로 삼았디 아니할세. 서로 삼았디 아니할세. 이런 전차로 어린 백성이 니르고저 홀베이셔도. So it sounds very different.
Yes.
So what it means is because the language is different from China, the characters don't match the language, and because of this, I am creating a new language.
Oh my goodness, there's one with 2 iungs.
Oh.
I've never seen that ever.
Yeah, so when it was first made, there was actually 28 characters. Some have disappeared, as we know, because now you can't read it. We only use 24 of the characters Sejong made.
Yeah.
Yes, and what you just saw is, at first it was called 훈민정음, because meaning the proper sounds for the instruction of the people. And each shape was designed to show how your mouth moves. So the consonant N for the tongue touching the roof of your mouth, that's what it looks like and what it sounds like. And mium is for the lips. Yeah. So it's a very scientific, very simple, and extremely genius character language, really.
So I know two types of people. People who say that they learn to read the Hangul language in like 30 minutes.
Yes.
And there's some people who say that to master it
Is more difficult.
it's very difficult.
So that's the thing. To learn it is very simple. There are only 24 characters.
Right,
and you can basically pronounce everything. But I think it's the grammar.
Yeah.
That makes it
Grammar
kind
is,
of
in
difficult.
any language, I think grammar is very difficult,
Yeah.
right? I mean, look at the English language, goodness. But did King Sejong actually invent it by himself, or did the scholars of Chipyeonjeon help?
So that's a great question. For a long time, the common belief was that Sejong worked with Chipyeonjeon scholars, and Chipyeonjeon is, kind of like a school where, all the famous people, smart people work together. But modern research points to something different, that Sejong may have invented it himself. And the 훈민정음 해례, which is the name of the book Hangul was introduced, even states the king made it. So scholars were later asked to test and refine it, but the vision was entirely King Sejong's, and I think that's what just makes Hangul even more remarkable.
No,
really.
it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, and I love the evolution of the Hangul in itself too.
But did you know Hangul almost disappeared at one point?
I mean, it is. I mean, we have thousands of years of history, but hundreds of years of Hangul. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so the elite scholars Yangban saw Chinese characters as more prestigious and thought Hangul was too low class. In the early 16th century, Yeonsanggun even banned it at the royal court for a while. Besides that, for centuries, it was dismissed as either women's writing or children's script because that's who used it most and because it was very easy to learn. But people kept using it at home, in letters, diaries, everyday life. And because, most of the people, the commoners, used it as King Sejong had wanted, it became more widespread and, Korea's official language.
Guys, the king wanted it.
Yeah.
I mean, are you going to say no to that? I don't understand. No, but I understand. So, the nobles, right?
Yes,
they
the
look down on the
nobles.
commoners and they go,
They
this
wanted
was
to differentiate themselves.
we're so special because we can read. But if the commoners can read, it doesn't make us special, although you guys probably have a lot of money anyways. So ordinary people basically kept it alive.
Exactly. And Hangul officially, made a comeback really in the 19th century, especially during the Japanese colonial era. It became a symbol of Korean identity and resistance. Newspapers like the 독립신문 or the Independent used Hangul, and scholars worked tirelessly to protect it.
And so when did Hangul Day itself start, though?
So the very first celebration was in 1926, September 29th on the lunar calendar, and it was actually called Gagyanar. Yes, named after the Gagya Kogyo order of Hang. Yes. It was later renamed Hangulnar in 1928 after liberation in 1945. The government officially declared October 9th today as Hangul Day. But here's the twist. From 1991 to 2012, it wasn't a holiday for almost 22 years.
It makes sense. Because part of me, because I came to Korea 2009. Oh. And then I think at one point I was like, wait a minute, what we got off on Hangul Day for? And so...
Oh, you're...
Yeah, so I know that it wasn't a holiday for a certain amount of time and then it came back. But why though?
Oh, well, because the government actually wanted more working days for the economy.
For the economy,
yes.
yeah.
But people still commemorated it so much, even without the day off. And, campaigns by language groups to restore it were, tireless then. And finally, in 2013, it became a public holiday again.
There you go. That's why some people are not live today. When we are live, when our other show's not live, we're going to continue to talk about Hangul and Hangul Day. But first, is this old way of saying?
Yes, 10달 아흐레 is the Korean way of saying 10 and 9.
Which is today
Hangul
date, all right? This is
yes.
Anye with, how do I read this? 1009 though? Do I read this 10 and 9 or 1009? Anye with 1009 or 10달 아흐레. Anye with 1009, 10달 아흐레. Referring to October 9th as in Hangul날.
Yes, exactly. Because we've been discussing Hangul날.
Angela asked me what my favorite Korean word was, and she censored me. She said I should.
Yeah.
It's not a bad word. It's not. It's just...
I'll let you know a good word.
Okay.
미리네.
미리네?
미리네. Yes.
It's like the cousin of 비린내?
No.
What does that mean?
That's like pure Korean for galaxy.
Galaxy.
은하수.
Okay.
And
Why?
It's pretty.
It is a pretty name.
Or
But
like
it's too close to 비린내.
가람.
Karam? That sounds like a name.
가람. It is usually used as a name.
What does that mean?
강, river.
River?
Yes.
Karam?
These are some pretty Korean words for you, SJ.
Kabe.
Kabe is
Coffee.
coffee.
It's like the only old word I know. We've been discussing the origins of 한글날. But what happens on 한글날? Honestly, like I didn't go out today. I was home most of the time. My drive here was like a very quick 30-minute drive.
Well, if you had passed by Gwanghwamun today, you would have seen a lot.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of ceremonies there. Because King Sejong statue is there, so there are a lot of academic conferences, writing contests in Korean, and even kids parades for 한글날.
Okay.
And in past years, companies joined in too by changing their English logos to Korean. You can actually see something right now, SJ, if you look at the YouTube logo. It's in Korean.
Oh!
Yeah, so a lot of Korean companies, change their logos into Korean. For instance, movie theaters. Megabox is a movie theater here in Korea, but in Korea, on Hangul Day, they changed it to 거대 상자, which literally means huge box. And so, like, things like this. It's playful, but, it gets people thinking about Hangul, and it's, nice to look at.
No, it is.
Yeah.
I like this. I was a little bit disappointed in Google, though. I thought usually Google has, like, different...
Yeah, Google usually
themes.
did it. I think they did it last year.
They're lazy now. But yeah, I like this. I like it.
And also every year, design studios and corporations dropped free typefaces for Hangul as a way to celebrate. Hangul has, not become not just a tool for writing, really, because it's really a form of art. It's so pretty to look at, so calligraphy, graphic design, fashion, stage performances all incorporate Hangul these days because of its, simple geometric shapes that make it incredibly versatile.
Yeah, even, I don't know if you guys know this, but the recent Korean national football team jersey came out with a 한글날 edition. Because even with South Korean national football team, their jerseys, their uniforms in the back, it's in
usually
English. So they had a Korean, like an old Korean way.
I like that.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. I didn't buy it because it's expensive. But it was cool. I thought it was cool. And foreigners seem to really admire Hangul a lot too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So not only today, but also in the past, one American educator in the 19th century, Homer Hulbert, called it the best writing system in the world. And I agree with Mr. Hulbert. And today, linguists worldwide cite Hangul as one of the most logical alphabets ever created.
What about historical figures in Korea? Did anyone famous use the Hangul personally back in the
Yes,
days?
so King Jongjo in the late 18th century, I prepared a photograph of his writing. This is actually, it looks very like something a child write, right?
Yes.
Yes, because it is King Jongjo's writing of Hangul when he was between the ages of 4 to 7. Yeah, so he often wrote personal letters in Hangul to his family, and the National Hangul Museum here in Korea still preserves many of King Jongjo's handwritten letters, showing how Hangul wasn't just for commoners, but it was also used among royalty as well.
Wow. I mean, this is... Wow, it's his handwriting.
Yeah, and to think that like a 4-year-old wrote that, that's really...
Oh, it was when he was 4. I missed that part.
Yeah, between 4 to 7.
Oh, then it's a very good handwriting.
Yeah.
I was like, dude writes like a 4-year-old.
Exactly. He was 4 years old.
Oh my goodness. That's really good.
Yeah, and the Chinese characters.
Yeah.
That is also written by a 4-year-old.
That's crazy. I mean, they go through so much training,
Yes.
right? But again, there's something I'm really curious, like Hangul, right? It's also used in North Korea.
Yes.
We don't call it South Korean, we don't call it North Korea, it's Hangul. Like, is it celebrated there too, though, Hangul Day?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, is it?
But it is slightly different.
Okay.
In the South, we mark the proclamation date, October 9th, 1446. But in North Korea, they celebrate the supposed creation year, 1443. So it's called 조선 그날 Day, and it's on January 15th. But, interestingly, defectors say it's not celebrated much there anymore.
Yeah.
So Hangul really is something, we are really proud of in South Korea.
That's right. Well, it is a national holiday, and
Yes.
everyone has off, except for us. But really, it's an incredible language,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys do have a chance. If you haven't done it yet, try to learn the language.
It's really fun and easy to learn.
Exactly. All right, Angela, thank you very much for this. Have a fantastic rest of your night. Don't cry. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending her out of the studio, we'll take a listen to a song from Tomorrow by Together with Love Language.
너를 만나
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our Friday edition. Well, every weekdays, it's Friday's edition of Coffee Break, today's tidbit. Angela,
Hi, SJ.
are you feeling a little more tired than usual?
No, I'm so happy today
Really?
is Friday.
I mean, I'm happy it's Friday,
Yeah.
but I feel like almost as if I worked all week
Huh.
and then Friday has finally come.
I was like that yesterday, to be honest.
Yesterday, I was okay yesterday. I don't know.
Today I'm just really
Is it the weather? What?
Yeah.
Why are you so happy?
because of today's topic.
Today's topic.
Yes,
Okay, what's our topic
it's
today?
my day today. Can you guess?
17, my day.
Oh,
Is that
I'd be glad to
is that
do
day
that.
6?
I would be happy.
Wait,
to
is
do
it my
six.
day? They're called my day, right?
My day is the fandom.
Okay, yeah. So it's your day.
It's not about day 6.
It's about
Yes, Formula One! Yay! Finally,
it's you and Eugene's day.
we were just talking about it outside.
So Fridays, I give Angela and Eugene a ride after work
Yes.
to the train station, and it's like I don't talk.
Yeah.
It's just them two talking about F1. What are we gonna talk about F1? Is there?
Yeah.
There is no F1 Korea now, though.
No, there isn't, but there is some big news regarding
Okay.
that. On October 12th, just 2 days from now, Mercedes is hosting an F1 show run at Everland Speedway in Yongin, and it's the first official F1 demo run in Korea in 13 years, last since Red Bull did one at Seoul's Chamsu Bridge in 2012.
Oh, this is the thing that you guys have been talking about for
Yes.
for like the past month now.
Yes.
And I remember back then you were like, oh, which raceway do you think they're gonna do? Do you think it's gonna be Goyang? Oh, so it's Yongin.
Yes, it's Yongin.
So they decided to do a Yongin. Okay. Who's driving? Sebastian Vettel?
You would wish. But another driver that you would know, Valtteri Bottas.
No,
You don't know him?
no.
Oh, okay. Well, he's a former Mercedes driver and now their reserve driver.
Okay.
He'll be driving the W13 car, which is the car that Mercedes drove in 2022. So it's a fast, loud, and iconic car. So a lot of, F1 fans in Korea are really looking forward to it.
So one driver comes and drives?
So yes, one Valtteri Bottas is an F1 driver that is coming, and another, like a lot of drivers are coming to do like show runs and.
Is he the guy with the beard?
He's the Finnish guy.
I don't. The reason why I say this is because I saw.
He
what is it?
he has a goatee.
Yeah. There you go. No, because I saw Eugene's the Instagram story today.
Yeah.
And it was some like guy with a goatee
A
and.
blonde guy with
Yes,
a goatee.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh, so
that
it was
guy.
him.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, so what exactly is a showrun? I'm actually not familiar with the showrun.
okay,
This is
well-
weird. Like they're doing talking sports, and I'm just lost right now.
Okay, good question. So a show run is when F1 cars leave the official Grand Prix circuits and hit special locations like city streets, bridges, or in this case, Yongin Speedway, for exhibition runs. And, it's not a race, but fans get to hear, the roar of the engines, see pit crews in action, and even experience simulators. And this is big in Korea because Korea hasn't seen F1 action up close for over a decade.
Yeah. You guys probably know, but Korea used to have an F1.
Yes, we're going to
race.
talk about
It was
that.
not so good. But what else happens besides watching Bottas drive?
So, plenty of stuff.
Okay.
They're recreating a Mercedes pit garage, so fans can see the behind-the-scenes gear. And there's also actual racing suit and helmets that will be on display.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a racing simulator zone, so people can actually drive virtually.
Is it like baseball or other team sports where if you're a fan, you're a Mercedes fan, right?
Yes, I am.
And like if you're a Mercedes fan, then you hate like Red Bull, and then like if you like Red Bull, then you hate like Ferrari, or like do you have like those rivalries?
Well, there is a little bit, but it's not big as like baseball or other sports, I think.
Okay.
Like, I think people like drivers more than teams.
Okay. Because I thought it was funny because Eugene said she was a Ferrari fan, and then James,
Yeah.
our listener, got her a Mercedes gift. I just thought it was really funny. But
I bet she liked it.
But it's not
Yeah.
like, okay, so it's not like really like baseball.
Yeah.
What else is happening?
A lot of race cars will be exhibited, so
Sure.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And you know, some of them will even run on track. And of course, it's Korea. There will be K-pop performances in between, lots of food booths, lots of F1 merchandise. So it's not just for F1 fans; it's also for people who are interested in cars and you know just like to hear you know fast engines running.
So when you said I'm really looking forward to it, you're going.
Yes,
She's going.
I'm going with a friend. Yes.
She's going. So it's much more. It's more than just a demonstration. It's a festival. Basically.
Yes, exactly. And,
Yeah.
you know, tickets really sold out fast. And I mean, really fast. And, you know, there's even a speed taxi option. I think that was why it was also so fast because people can ride a high-speed lap. So it's really, you know, hands-on experience. Yeah, and organizers expect up to 30,000 fans to show up. So it's a really big event.
I'm not. Well, actually, it's pretty safe to be driving around the Yongin Speedway. It's just
But, like,
basically round. So, at like 200 something.
Yeah.
That's. I'm scared.
Really?
I don't
I
trust
expect
others
that.
to drive for me at that. Let's just put it at that. If I were to drive at 200 whatever kilometers per hour, I'm in control. If I'm not in control, I'll be so scared.
But the drivers would be more equipped than you.
Oh, it's professional
Yeah,
drivers.
they'd be
Okay.
more qualified.
I thought it was gonna be some like part-timers,
Well, you would be driving around.
like from Alba Motor. We're looking for drivers, part-time job.
Oh my goodness.
So
no.
this isn't just for hardcore motorsports fans like
No.
you and Eugene.
No, it's meant to introduce F1 to a wider audience here in Korea. You know, think of it like K-pop meets car, all rolled into one. You know, there's spectacle, there will be fandom, a community experience, everything.
So you said it's meant to introduce F1 to a wider audience, Formula One. Let's talk about what exactly Formula One F1 is.
Yes, so Formula One is the pinnacle of motorsport. Something that's only Eugene and I have gone into.
Yes.
Only 20 drivers in the world get seats in each season, 22 next year. A Grand Prix draw over 200,000 to 400,000 fans in person and over 70 million viewers per race on TV. So a lot of people, and that's why it's called one of the three great global sports spectacles alongside the Olympics and the World Cup. For countries hosting a Grand Prix, it's not just about sports. It's really about prestige, tourism, and, you know, being on the world stage.
And again, even though Korea hosted back
Yes.
in the days in Yeongam, F1 hasn't always been popular in Korea. It's just recent that it's
Yes.
kind of booming up.
So F1 was hosted in Korea, but motorsport has traditionally been kind of niche here in the country. Korea Grand Prix was hosted from 2010 to 2013 in Yeongam Jeollanam-do, but it wasn't successful because of, you know, the location, low attendance, poor infrastructure, heavy financial losses. So the circuit was supposed to run for 7 years, but after 4 it ended, sadly.
Yeah, I remember, and this is, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I had people offering me free tickets to
Yeah, I
the F1
heard.
back then.
And you didn't go.
No, I didn't go. I was
Because
not.
it was in Yeongam.
It was in Yeongam. I'm not going to go all the way down there, but I had friends who did go, and they got so addicted to the sound.
Yeah, that's what people say.
They said it's different watching it on television and then watching it in real life in the
Yeah,
stands. It's just
exactly.
incredible. But why was it so hard to make it work, though?
So cost is the biggest reason. Hosting a Grand Prix is insanely expensive. Formula One is an expensive sport in general. Countries rarely make money from ticket sales alone. It's really the tourism and global exposure that justify hosting it. And simply put, Korea wasn't ready back then. The track wasn't even fully finished when the race was first held in 2010. And, you know, by 2013, debt had piled up.
That's right. And yet here we are in 2025 with a show run once again. What changed?
Oh, well, let's hear more about that after a song break.
All right, we will. Taking us into a song break. This is Rose with Messi. And that was Rose with Messi, not to be mistaken with her other song, Cristiano Ronaldo.
I'm just laughing because we can't leave the audio go just
Yes.
blink.
You
Yes.
just didn't want to do the dead air.
Yes.
No, so this song is a soundtrack from
Yes.
the F1 movie?
Yes, exactly. Producer told us don't make that joke. Yes, Messi is a soundtrack from F1 the movie. That's why I chose to play it.
Okay, and this is the movie is the reason why so many people are into
Definitely,
F1 right
definitely.
now. You mentioned Korea's F1 culture has changed a lot, speaking of which.
Yes.
And again, the movie being a big part of this culture that's formed now.
Definitely. So F1 the movie premiered in June this year and became Korea's #1 foreign film of 2025. Over 5 million people in Korea watched it. Here, fans flocked to IMAX and 4DX screenings to watch it, multiple times. And for many, including me, it was, their first taste of F1. And in short, that just means, Formula One is no longer just for, middle-aged car enthusiasts or men. In Korea, it's suddenly a really trendy sport, especially among the younger generation and women, which is a really interesting phenomenon.
Well, that's exactly what it is. I know several women now
Yes.
who are big F1 fans, and I just thought it was crazy when Eugene bought a Ferrari jacket. I was like, really? Really? So it's not like because not a one-off. I thought it was going to be one of those things where, I really like the movie.
No,
And
it was really an entryway because a lot of people got, okay, what is this sport? And they, started actually watching the Grand Prix.
okay, what else brought the change though?
Well, several things. I think Korea's unique fandom culture really added fuel. So fans today treat F1 drivers almost like K-pop idols.
Oh, they're oppas.
Yeah, they follow their fashion, social media posts, their walk-ins to the paddock. People trade driver photo cards. Those actually sell. Like F1 sells official driver photo cards. Fans create memes, share fan cams, and international media has even called it the K-popification of F1.
So crazy thing is, I used to collect cards, like actual sports cards.
Like baseball cards,
Right, like
yeah.
baseball cards. So F1 cards are also available.
Yes, exactly.
And I thought this was crazy. And we're saying how F1 is a rich person's sport
Yes,
in
it
some
is.
ways. One of the most expensive cards ever sold was a Lewis Hamilton one-of-one card
Yes.
that sold for over $1 million.
Yeah.
Guys, a piece of cardboard, because there's one in the world, was sold for over $1 million. Like some of some of the best baseball players, their rookie cards aren't like 101s, they're not $1 million. That's shows you.
I think it's star power. Lewis Hamilton
Yeah.
is, the star of F1, so
Well,
makes
even with
sense.
like Otani, I don't think anyone's gonna pay $1 million for an Otani card. I think that was like one of the most expensive cards.
Yeah, that is true.
But it went from like a niche sport to pop culture event here in Korea.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. And also, there's this documentary on a streaming site that had already laid the groundwork, which made, I think F1 just really accessible here. And suddenly, Korea has an active online F1 fandom.
So the popularity is real.
Yes.
Where do we see it?
On resale apps, searches for F1 jackets jumped nearly 600% this year after the movie was released. Eugene got a Ferrari jacket. K-pop fans and sports fans are mixing, as I mentioned earlier. And also, even in Korea, whiskey brands and fashion labels partnered with F1 teams to release limited editions here in Korea. You know how Korea loves pop-ups? That happened together.
So Angela, like last month, she goes, "Hey, do you know where to get Moe Shandongs?"
Oh, yeah.
And then Eugene knows nothing, like very little about wine. She goes, "Does Moet Chandon taste good?" I was like, "Why are you guys talking about Moet Chandon?" Turns out
It's the F1.
it's the F1 celebration
Yeah.
champagne, and so I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Now it's getting to like wine now, right? Which I was very excited about. And all of a sudden, it's F1 talk, and Korean companies are paying attention.
Yes. So besides the show that's happening this week, the city of Incheon is actually actively bidding to host a new Korean Grand
That would
Prix
work.
from 2027. Yeah, they're considering a street circuit in Songdo or Yeongjong, like Monaco or Singapore, to cut down costs and make it really more accessible. And I think, if this happens, that would be really exciting.
Songdo's a good place.
Exactly.
It is windy though. I don't know how that's gonna affect it.
Yeah. But there are windy circuits
I like street circuit. When I used to watch F1 because I used to be a sports broadcaster before, and then so I was forced to watch it, and I enjoyed back in the days when Sebastian Vettel was winning everything,
and he came to Korea.
and it came to Korea.
Yes.
I don't know. Do you think it'll happen? Because Bernie Ecclestone's not the president
No,
anymore.
no.
Because he was mad. Bernie Ecclestone hated Korea.
That was over a decade
Yeah,
ago.
I know he was mad. So I'm just wondering if he's still in power, then that's not coming back.
But it is hard to say because Asia already has Shanghai in China, Suzuka in Japan, and Singapore on the calendar. And, hosting requires billions of won plus government backing.
Yeah.
So, the demand is here, though, in Korea right now. So, in a way that it wasn't before. So, if the show run is a success, it strengthens Korea's case.
Very quickly, no F1 Korean drivers yet.
Not yet, but Shin Woo-yeon is a Korean racer confirmed for the 2026 Formula 3 season, so he could climb the ladder for F1.
All
We'll
right.
see.
We'll see how it goes.
Yes.
All right, Angela. Is this weekend?
The show run.
Yes.
Yes.
Enjoy your show run.
Thank you.
Tell us how it is. Have
I
a
will.
fantastic weekend. We'll see you again next week.
See you next week.
And sending out of the studio, we'll take a listen to a song from Chungha with Drive.